What's up, players? Welcome to the Nasty Soul channel. Today I'm going to show you two dope moves you can use with the 7 chord and major 7 chord to give your playing more of a neo-soul R&B feel. Now I'm going to show you these moves over 3 different lo-fi hip-hop loops I got from Splice. First I'm going to show you the basic chord progression, and then I'm going to show you how to put these moves into that chord progression. And if you want to follow along with the interactive tab, check us out on Patreon. Here we go. Our first loop uses the chord progression B minor, E7, A major 7, F sharp minor. So let's start by arpeggiating the basic chord shapes and just see how that sounds. So it certainly doesn't sound bad, but what if I want to add some movement in between chords? Now that's where my E7 move comes in. We take this basic E7 shape, I bar the 7th fret, and lead into it by hammering my pinky down. So I go like this. That's my first move, just hammering my pinky into the shape. And then I lead into it on the D, G, and B string, barring across the 9th fret. Just those 3, and I take that same shape up a whole step. Now to give it a little bit of a smooth neo-soul sound, I'll slide into each of those shapes. So I hammer on, slide in again. Alright, now let's hear what the chord progression sounds like when we add that E7 move to it. Okay, that sounds pretty cool, but the question is, where and when can I use it? Basically, anytime a dominant chord is resolving to a major chord. So in this chord progression, E7 resolves to A major. That's 5-1, right? But the trick is, it's got to resolve to the major chord because this move stays in that major key, so it really brings out those chord tones. So that's what I just want to make sure of. Now it gets a little bit trickier when we have a dominant chord that doesn't resolve at all. So if we look at this next chord progression, C sharp minor 9, F sharp 13, A major 7, to D sharp minor 7 flat 5, to G sharp 7, that F sharp 13, normally it resolves to B. That would be our 5-1, F sharp being 5, B being the 1. But instead, we're going to A major, so we need to think, is that move going to work? Now, of course, with anything, lead with your ear. Just try it, see what it sounds like. And then from there, we could actually think a little bit more in detail, do these notes fit in that key, right? So let's take a look at that. These first 2 chords are in the C sharp Dorian scale. So first I want to see that scale right here on the 9th fret, and then see the F sharp 7 chord falling right into that scale, right here. So then I find my next move, right here, and see how it falls right into place with the F sharp Dorian scale. Alright, we found our chord move, now let's see what it sounds like in our new progression. Now if you want to add even more movement to this, check out this move we could do with any major 7 chord. This A major 7 shape, I could do the same thing by hammering my pinky down. And then as well, bring it over to the high E string. And a very common thing is to just drop that A string and look at just these top 4 strings. And then finally, bar the 14th fret and hammer my finger onto the 16th. That's my move. Alright, let's check out this last loop. The chord progression is D minor, G minor, C7, F major 7 to A7. And the first things first, let's find the chord move that we could do over that C7 chord. And just to switch it up a little bit, I'm going to find those shapes, but I'm going to change up the order just to make it a little bit more unique and show what else we could do with this. Here's my C7 shape. Barring the 5th fret. Going up a whole step. Try going backwards. Now that we're comfortable with the C7 move, let's play it with a funky little rhythm over this third loop. Now, of course, it's best to always lead with your ear, but it also helps to know what context some of these moves work in. So with that dominant 7 chord, it works best going to a major chord because it's in that key. If you were to do that going to a minor chord, it'd be a little bit out of key and it'd probably sound a little bit weird. So remember these things whenever you're applying and experimenting with these ideas. And if I moved a little bit fast in this lesson, check us out on Patreon. This lesson, including many more, come with an interactive tab where you could follow along, slow it down, and see the tab with exactly what I'm playing so you could just learn exactly at your own pace. And if you like some of these chord moves and you want to expand upon some of those ideas, check out my Neo Soul book. It's got way more chord moves and just things that you could do to spice up your chord progressions and spice up what you're playing instead of just playing just the chord. All right? So definitely check it out. Peace. Stay nasty.